Right, hello and welcome. I just want to give you a quick demonstration of adding some pretty cutting edge features to Unit4's ERPx software. So this is stuff that can be built externally to the product itself and integrated in using all the tools and functionality that are available to clients and partners and others like that. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to add a full OpenAI or ChatGPT implementation into the ERPx product itself. So in this instance, what I'm doing is I'm making use of the document archive within ERPx. And what I've done is I've added two documents to this archive, an employee agreement and a staff handbook. So these cover an example employee contract, and also an example staff handbook with all the details that you would normally find in those documents. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding these in via the standard document archive, and then I'm actually using an extension kit trigger on the document archive to send those documents then to be indexed. What this is doing is I've created a custom Azure function which is hosted in the cloud, and that receives the documents from the document archive via this trigger, and it actually runs some Azure cognitive services on that document or those documents to extract things like key phrases, people, locations, organizations, everything like that. And then it indexes all that information within the Azure Cognitive Search database. So this then allows it to be readable via Azure OpenAI. Now Azure OpenAI is currently within preview. I've got access to it at the moment, but it is by invitation and request only at the moment. But the Azure OpenAI functionality allows you to bring your own data to it. So unlike using ChatGPT just via the web, this is actually looking at our own data, and that data isn't sent to Microsoft. It's not sent to ChatGPT for training. It's contained only within your tenant, your Azure tenant. So it's private data. So you don't have to worry about it going outside of your own infrastructure. So what are we going to do with this? We've added our documents. It's been indexed. How can we use it? Well, in ERPx, we've got access to the App Studio. So what I've done is I've created a very small App Studio application called OpenAI Chat. Now this is quite crude at the moment. I'm limited in what I can do layout-wise and view-wise on this, but it's enough for us to get going. So what can we do with this? I'm going to paste in some pre-made messages so that you don't have to watch me typing. But for instance, we can ask, can we summarize Peter's employment contract? So that one of those documents we put in. So we'll submit this, and what this is doing is Azure OpenAI is looking at the Azure Cognitive Search index that we've created, and it's pulling details out of there and running the ChatGPT over it. And here we go. So we've got a summary of his employment contract in there. So it's fairly detailed. It's taken that long document, it's summarized it for us. Let's ask it some more on this. Let's say, is he considered a remote worker? Notice we're not naming him in this example, so it's going to remember the state of who it's dealing with. And so we ask, is he considered a remote worker? This again is going to go off, query his database, and yes, it's come back and said his place of work is considered to be his home address. That's fantastic. So we've now queried the employment contract. What about the staff handbook that we loaded? And can we bring those data together? Well, let's add a slightly more complicated request into here. Let's ask, can we compare the holiday entitlement in his contract to the holiday policy in the staff handbook, and do they match? So let's send that out. And this is now pulling data from multiple documents, joining them together and providing you with a response. So here we go. The holiday entitlement in Peter Davis' contract and the holiday policy in the staff handbook do match. So it's looked at those two separate documents and it's brought out the details and determined that they do match. Let's ask some more small questions. How much is he getting how much is he getting paid? This is in his employee contract. So let's go through and see if it can pull that out. Yes, it can. It's pulled out and it's giving you his wages and the hours per week that he's entitled to work. There's some details within the staff handbook of things like disciplinary procedures, PDP procedures and stuff. So let's see if we can get it to summarize that information. So we'll ask, can you detail the PDP process for Peter? Maybe he's using this on a employee site and doesn't want to look through the handbook himself and just wants a quick answer to this. So we say, can you detail it for him? So it's going to go away. It's now looking through the staff handbook and it's found it. The personal development planning process consists of the 3 stages, and it details what those stages are based on what came in the staff handbook. And then the final one, because I think we showed the power of this already, but what about the a common question that's comes up when you're checking to do your expenses and things like that, which is, what is the business mileage rate that I'm entitled to? And notice here that I've misspelt business just to show that this is still going to work. And here we go, we're going to ask that question and see if it looks through the staff handbook. And there we go. The business travel mileage rate for my software is 45 pence per mile. So that's it. A very quick run through of this. This is adding, as I say, full OpenAI chat within the ERPx application via a App Studio form that I've published, and querying out to some custom Azure functions that I've created, which do the hard part of indexing documents and also talking to the OpenAI services and parsing the results that are coming back and going out. So hopefully like that. If you want to know more about this thing, if you're looking to implement sort of new cutting edge functionality within your business, or you're maybe a Unit4 partner who's looking into providing more functionality, then get in contact, see if I can help you with anything. But thanks for watching.